We still have one more holiday to go, one of fresh starts, clean slates, and a positive outlook into the new year ahead of us. My name is Mariel Cabin with TravelWise International, and if you're already part of our dedicated travel Facebook group called Balikbayan TravelWise, you would know that we shared earlier this morning that Resolution 91 was passed just yesterday, December 28th, by the Office of the President and as recommended by the Department of Health and Department of Foreign Affairs concerning travelers that may be in contact or coming from countries that have reports of a new strain. Today, I'd like to share with you the latest public advisory for travels to the Philippines. And so, effective December 30th at 12:01 a.m. until January 15, 2021, foreigners will not be allowed to enter the Philippines if traveling from or transiting through the 20 identified countries as follows: Denmark, Ireland, Japan, Australia, Israel, the Netherlands, China, including Hong Kong and Macau, Switzerland, France, Germany, Iceland, Italy, Lebanon, Singapore, Sweden, South Korea, South Africa, Canada, Spain, and the United Kingdom. Now, for foreign nationals that are already in transit and will arrive before December 30th, 12:01 a.m., may be admitted into the Philippines, but will be required to undergo an absolute 14-day quarantine at an accredited hotel facility, even with a negative PCR test result. Now, Philippine nationals, that includes dual citizens, traveling from or transiting from the above mentioned 20 identified countries will be allowed to enter the Philippines, but will also be required to undergo a 14-day hotel quarantine, even with a negative PCR test results. Now, on the other hand, if you are a foreign national, a Philippine national, a balikbayan, or a foreign passport holder that is eligible to travel under the previous travel restrictions under the reinstated balikbayan program and have an itinerary that flies directly from the US to the Philippines or transits through an airport that was not one of the above mentioned 20 identified countries, will be allowed to enter and is subject to have a pre-booked COVID-19 test, a pre-booked quarantine facility while awaiting their results. And these travelers, if they have a negative test result, will be allowed to finish their strict 14-day quarantine at home or at their final destination in the Philippines. So if you are a passenger or your itinerary does include one of these 20 countries, either coming from or transiting through, and is affected by Resolution 91, I would highly, highly encourage you to reach out to your travel advisor, your online agency, or the airlines directly to find out what's going on, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of cancellations and schedule changes in the coming days. To all of our passengers that are viewing this or have a scheduled flight in the month of December or through January, please stay by your phones, look at your emails. One of our travel advisors should be in contact with you soon if they haven't already reached out to you, just to let you know what next steps are and what your options are for travels to the Philippines or with your ticket fare rules. Now, this is all the information that we have at the moment, and we'll continue to monitor the situation for any additional updates concerning travels to the Philippines and the safety of our passengers. We encourage all of you, all of our Facebook viewers, our kababayans, to continue to stay in touch with us as more information is being published, if there's any additional countries are added to the list, and what current protocols you'll need to be prepared for upon arrival into the Philippines. And if you haven't already done so, we encourage you to please stay connected with us. Join our dedicated Facebook group called Balikbayan TravelWise for all the updates on tips going to the Philippines. Or if you need advice on how to move forward, what to do with your itinerary, how to plan given the wherever you're coming from in the US, on how to get to the Philippines, what itineraries are available, please give our agents, give my team a call. My number is 301-248-8898, or feel free to email us. Our email is air@itravelwise.com. And finally, we are wrapping up 2020. It's been a very different, challenging, but happy that it's done year. I'd like to personally wish all of you and your family a joyful holiday season, and unconditional peace in the new year. Happy holidays, everyone. I look forward to seeing you in 2021. My name is Mariel Cabin with TravelWise International, and I will see you next year.